So hi, welcome to the Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with.
I'm Cullen from Sleep Theory.
And we have some questions to say about their new EP, Paper Hearts. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far?
Oh man, I'm feeling pretty good. Everybody seems to be super excited for it, and everybody's been receiving the new single "Gone or Staying" pretty well. So that's been pretty cool.
Hell yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
EP rocks.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
I appreciate it. I really do.
course.
Seriously.
Of course. So, is there any meaning behind the EP title or cover art?
The EP title, it was actually on the spot. It was actually it was thrown at us by Steve. We were trying to figure out an EP name, and Steve was just like, "Man, what do you guys think about Paper Hearts?" And we are like, "You know what, dude? That's a pretty freaking good idea." Because every song single had like a heart behind it. Because every song, on the album not album by the EP just by chance happens to be kind of about love or heartbreak or any something of that sort. So he just went with hearts and just kept going. So he was a genius. Was like, man, what do you think about Paper Hearts? It's like, yeah, it's pretty good.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah. And then obviously you guys like dove into that concept with the cover art.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for the CP?
Oh yeah, the writing process. Normally, what we do is, well, always what we've done is the process for the EP has been, you know, obviously we've been Sleep Theory before people knew we were Sleep Theory, so it's been a 3 year process of like finding the sound, getting things done, doing it the right way, and just kind of like honing in on what we really wanted. Um, and I would say actually two of the songs that are on the EP are songs that were just written, either they were recorded like this year or like at the end of last year. So we've had a lot of music done for a long time, but we just had to pick and choose which ones we wanted on the EP. We work with our producer David Cowell, and we just sit in the room. We'll all sit there and we'll just throw ideas. We'll bounce off of each other and just have a great time. And it's been a great process, truthfully.
So what are the songs that you were sitting on for like years?
On the EP, the songs that we've been sitting on for years, we've had Another Way Done for probably about 2 years. Um, Numb has been done for maybe a year and a half. Then we had Fallout. That one's been done for probably about 2 years now, also.
Mm.
Enough has been done. That was actually the second song we ever wrote as Sleep Theory. So
Oh
that's been
shit.
done for probably about 2.5 years. So it's been a process. We had to pick and choose which songs we wanted. Like, obviously, as you sometimes as an artist, when you write songs, you want to release them in the order of that you're doing them. Because
Mhm.
when you release the first one, you want to go ahead and like do that, like release it, so then you work on the next one. Because that's what the plan was. Like at Sleep Theory, we're gonna release this, like write the song, release it. 3 months later, release the next song. 3 months later, release the next.
Mhm.
But we decided to really kind of wait and just uh and see what other things we could come up with, and that's when we came up with Another Way, and that's why we released that one. But we ended up releasing Another Way um last year as a release, um and it didn't do very well at all. We released it back in like May, so it was around, yeah. And we looked at it, we were like, it was up for like maybe a month, it was up for like 2 months,
Mhm.
and we are like, this could do way better. Like,
Yeah.
we know that this could do better. So we pulled it off. And a lot of people around town were just like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? We were like, it's not doing the numbers that we wanted to do. So we
Mhm.
pulled it off and we started over.
It's
Yeah.
so interesting that like you guys took that approach where it's just like you were a new band, so you could just be like, fuck it, we're gonna have that fresh start. I really haven't heard of bands doing that. Do you still kind of resonate with the songs that you were sitting on for 2.5 years and putting them out now?
Oh yeah, of course. A lot of the songs that when we write, obviously, like they have message behind them and things of that sort. So I mean, like, so when you say resonate, are you saying, do I still feel like as excited about them, or the message itself? Like, am
More
I
so like
still like the
connected
message?
to what you're talking about in the song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like every song um has been written like based off of anybody's like life events. Some people have more of a heavy hand and some people may sit back and just kind of be along for the ride.
Mhm.
And I think that's really cool. Um, but yeah, every song Fallout 100%. Like that's personal.
Yeah.
Another way that's definitely personal for somebody.
Yeah.
Um, you know, Numb. I think that's one that is I don't want to say personal, but it was one that we all like really felt because we were all at some point in that position to where, we were every time we got started up with something, like, we felt as if we were stuck. We felt like we were, you know, we weren't happy with what we were doing. We weren't very, this or that. So that's where the song comes in, stuck in place as the walls close in,
Mhm.
because you're stuck and it seems like everything is just kind of closing in on you. Obviously, that's what the lyric says.
Yeah.
But um, so we wrote that one and we really felt connected with that one. What else do we have on there? Goner Stand. Um, That's probably about one that isn't personal. I think
Mhm.
Goner Stan is like the one that's just kind of like this could be any person's like sad anthem. Like this could
Yeah.
be like it's not even so much sad. It's just more so like everybody's been in that position. Like you're with me, or you're not with me. I don't
Mhm.
hate you if you're not, but I need you to know like you gone or are you staying here? Because if not, give me my key back, give me
Yeah.
my dog back, give me my food back, just
Mhm.
go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. So what song off this EP took longest to write, and which one is your personal favorite?
You said which one took the longest to write?
And then your personal favorite.
So believe it or not, um, so I don't know how everybody else's process is with writing, but every song that's on the EP was done in a week. Not every single one
Mhm.
as a whole,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
like individually, we always wrote them in a week.
Yeah.
So we would get there and we would sit with our producer and we would be like, "What sound are we going for?" And then I'm sorry, by the way, if you guys can hear this lawnmower going. He's going
No, you're
crazy.
Can't hear
good. You're
anything,
good. We
bro.
can't
Um,
hear
He's
it. You're
working hard
good.
out there.
but yeah, so we get there and we would sit and we would be like, what do we want this sound to be? And we would say this or that. We'd pull up different artists that, like we really were inspired by. We were like, yeah, we really like what they're doing here. Can we make this more of our own here? And so every song, let me think. I mean, 100 because we pay for studio sessions when we were doing it that way, and we would pay for a week. So I mean, yeah, it was never longer than that because someone else's week was next.
Yeah.
Um, which one is my personal favorite? Uh, so I truly love Goner Stan the most
Mm.
for different reasons. All right, so I have favorites for different reasons. I love Goner Stan for the reason of it being like vibey, but at the same time punchy.
Mm.
Um, and it's like right there in like where I think as a singer, my voice sits like really like it's my comfort zone. So where I
Mhm.
can sound pretty, but then at the same time I can get in there and like be rough with it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But obviously, like it's a hybrid of the two genres that built me to what I am, is R&B and rock.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that would be my favorite for like sound.
Mhm.
As far as like, man, dude, he's killing my vibe. Um, he's just, can you hear him now?
Can hear him a little
A
bit
little
now,
bit.
but
Yeah, just a
Bro,
little
he's
bit.
walking down below with the leaf blower. Like, who is this guy?
he's working hard, man. He can't stop because
Goodness.
you're in an
Someone has
interview.
to. Exactly. Someone has
Yeah,
to
I
do it.
guess. Um, but I think if I would say my other favorite, far as the message and like I don't know, as far as like just overall happy to perform it, happy to listen to it, and it would probably be It's Over. That's on the EP. And it just something about it. It's really cool.
Nice. All right.
Something about it is just really cool.
Yeah. And I want to just touch on, you mentioned you guys only work on songs for like a week at a time. Do you
Yeah.
only write in the studio, or do you guys come in with material to kind of flesh out?
We get in there with our producer and we're like, so what we doing?
Wow. So that's just like
We get in there,
start
we're
to
just like,
finish a
so what
week.
we doing? He's like, man, let's figure it out.
Holy shit. That's actually crazy. So is that, I know you said that you only rented out for the studio for a week. Is that also kind of to help you guys in your sanity so you guys don't like go insane kind of fleshing out the song too much, nitpicking?
No, we just we just have a good time.
Fair enough.
Fuck yeah.
So like yeah, we write and then but it's just like it's a team effort.
Mm,
So I mean, like, I feel like people have a misconception of like the way bands or people that are artists should like write. Like, yeah, sometimes people can get together and they can 100% jam out and figure out something cool and
mm,
then have a hit done and just be done.
yeah.
But I mean, it's 2022. I mean, not many people
23.
really jam out and can go over it over and over and over again. Like like you pick up an acoustic guitar and get like a foundation for maybe like a hook or
Mm-hmm.
like a sound.
Mm-hmm.
But we have like a team. Like we're a team.
Yeah.
We sit and we brainstorm together.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, everybody be like, okay, well, Daniel came up with this. No, not all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe Ben was just like, hey, dude, I thought about this. And then Dave is just like, oh, yeah, let me pick this up and go. Or maybe Dave is just like, yo, I thought of this. Then
Yeah.
He's just like, that's freaking cool. And then, somebody else to do that. So it's a team effort. And,
Hell yeah.
I feel like, people behind the scenes don't get as much credit
Mm.
as people that are on the stage. But our producer Dave does so much for us. So I mean, he's like if you guys are into anime, he's like a he's like a shadow Hokage, I guess you could say. He's
Oh.
like a guy behind the scenes that's just like doing a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an anime nerd. I'm sorry. So that was
yeah.
a Naruto reference.
No, it's okay. I'm
Sorry.
just now getting into anime. I'm into JoJo's right now. I think Naruto is probably the next step right now.
Okay, so watch Naruto and then you'll understand how it works. It's just pretty much like, he's there and he's definitely like, he's not on stage with us, but he's just as much as a process with us as anybody else is.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Fuck yeah.
So for this question, I want you to pick your favorite lyric off the EP and tell us the meaning behind it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Why would you do this?
I'm sorry.
Let's see. Actually, it is from Goner Stan.
Mm-hmm.
If stars aligned, we would be fine, but that's only in time, and the clock is against me. It's by design, it's all a sign, in and out of your mind, and I can't keep from thinking.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like if you're in a relationship and and things aren't going well, or if like you're trying to be in this relationship and it's like if stars aligned, like if everything aligned perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
we would be fine as like together.
Yeah.
But that's only in time. So I mean, like, that's with time, and time comes, and that could work in time. But in this current situation that we're in, time is not something we can wait for, and it's against me. The clock is against me, and that's just the way it goes. That's where it's by design. It's all a sign in and out of your mind. It's just how it goes. It is what it is. Essentially,
Basically. Yeah, I was
Absolutely.
gonna say that's basically it. Yeah.
yeah.
So would you be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you're creating this EP?
We play a lot of Fall Guys.
Okay. So frustrated, I'm hearing, because that game pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah, we play a lot of Fall Guys. And we go to Waffle House a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, and when we're not there, We're having a good time. You know, like I said, I feel like we're a weird group because I mean, like a lot of people. I don't know. I don't know. It's just we like to truly have fun with what we're doing, and a lot of times we may spend goofing off or talking or this and that, and we may spend time going to Waffle House playing Fall Guys. But I mean, like within that time and us doing all of that, like these 3 songs that were released, they've been smacking. So why mess with the creative juice?
I was gonna say, yeah, you have your process. Yeah.
But we've written, like 9 something songs, I think, maybe 10. And out of those songs, there's one that is not one that I'm a fan of. I mean, it's not terrible. The chorus is great. The verses could be better, but it's just one that I hope is never released. We're supposed to go back and rewrite it. It's just that song was done when it was a rough week. And a lot of people were like in bad headspaces. I was in a bad headspace. And it wasn't a fun week. And that just is enough to tell me that if there's not fun going on, then we're not gonna have a good song come out of it. So
yeah,
I feel like if you're gonna be an artist, just keep having fun with what you do.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So I feel like writing process wise, that means that if you're going through like a bad time, you have to wait for the storm to pass to then write about it. Is that accurate?
No, it's not so much that, because that's whenever you can really, like, it was just like a lot of different things. Like we were like in the teen group, there was a little bit of friction. Not any kind of like bad friction. It was just like maybe one person was a little bit more annoying this week, or maybe somebody said something that just didn't set right with one person, and it was just a matter of just like, or it's just like just overall just kind of tired, or just like when you're tired you can't get anything. So it's just a mixture of and it wasn't anybody in the current group. Let me go ahead and say that now. Everybody in the current group is great. Okay. It's just like there were things that were going on. And beforehand, before Sleep Theory was Sleep Theory, that was just like there were, that's seeing it as it is now. People have an idea of just like, oh, these guys just popped up and they're just like doing this and that. But this has been a grueling process. It's been 3 years of straight up work. And as far as myself, I've been doing music for like 15 years. Paolo's been doing music since he was like 10. Ben and Daniel have been doing music since Ben was like 2 years old, 3. Like, seriously, there's a picture of him on the drums. Like,
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Yeah, and Daniel, he's so like, we may not have been collectively like working on this project for 15 years, but behind the scene, we were like doing things on our own time. For 3 years, we've been doing this one. But I mean, Ben and Daniel, they're newer to the project. At least Daniel is. He's the newest. Long story short, people have this idea that, we just popped up and it's just, yep, here we are. This is
overnight success.
Overnight success. And it's definitely
bullshit.
Not,
exactly.
As I said, there is a lot of change. There's lineup change in the beginning. There was learning, not only, each other, but I mean, learning how we work, finding the sound, figuring out what really may actually upset someone, which we don't normally actually do, but so I mean, it's been a great process. It's just, definitely not overnight success. I mean, I guess technically, yes, from TikTok, technically, but if you want to look at it as like, oh, these guys only did this, and then I mean, I guess technically,
I'm picking up.
But you've been grinding.
Yeah,
exactly. You've been grinding. Yeah, it's not like you just came up with something one day and it just blew up and that was it. But you've been working hard.
Yeah, for sure. I like your Milky Way shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And I like your white shirt.
Thanks.
I felt like I couldn't give her a compliment and not say anything to you.
No, it's all good. So, obviously you guys have been doing it for a long time. You guys have been doing the band behind the scenes for a long time. The first shows as a band were with Shinedown. Like, what sort of anxiety was there going into just like, we blew up and now we're gonna open for this band in a fucking arena? Like what was the headspace kind of going into that?
This may sound super like, I don't know, arrogant, but it's not meant to. It's just it's just going on stage and just doing a thing.
Fair enough.
We were all in bands before, so I mean, like, never on a stage that big, never with a band that big. And we had played shows before Shinedown. It's just we played like 3 shows. We played a local venue here in Memphis called Growlers. We played Lafayette's, another venue, and then we played Memphis in May. And then we did play like an after party with Bad Omens, but Bad Omens wasn't there. They were just like, they were doing their thing, and when they were done, then we had like doors open to another venue, and we're like, come in here.
Yeah.
So we played 4 shows in total. But the first show we played last year before Sleep Theory was really Sleep Theory. No one knew who we were. And nobody even knew that we had music out or we were doing anything like that. But let me see, let me turn it this way. But yeah, so we played our first shows with Dayseeker. We were opening. It was Dayseeker, Colorblind. I think there was something else, and then Mood Ring.
Okay, gig.
Yeah, and so we played, and then Mood Ring got up, Dayseeker got up, Colorblind, and they were just like, "This is." I think it was just Dayseeker, or no, it was Mood Ring too. No. Dayseeker got up, but Mood Ring approached us after. But they said, "You guys are by far the best local band we've ever played with," and this is before, like I said, we were just a nobody local band, and they came up there like, "You guys are gonna do something crazy." And then Dayseeker, you know, they got up and just like, "Man, this was like awesome," and whatever, however they said it. But yeah, that was really cool, you know. But I just bounced around your whole question.
Nah, it's all good.
To get back to the fact, playing on Shinedown was great. You know, like we're very, I don't know, we're a very interesting group. We don't get surprised by much. We don't get like nervous by much, and if we are nervous, you would never know it. Which most of the time, if I'm nervous, I don't even know it.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, we feel more comfortable on the bigger stage than we did on the smaller stage, like these smaller venues. I think the first time I actually got nervous was Memphis in May. And it was only for the first song, and then after that was like for the first verse of the song.
Oh shit.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
and I just kept going.
Yeah.
And we had an hour set.
God damn.
Oh shit, yeah, so you gotta adjust quick.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was pretty cool though. Yeah. Nobody here really gets nervous, as weird as it is. Like, just never been something that we, you know, let get to us. They have really good food on the tour.
I can imagine the catering on an arena tour is pretty nice.
Shinedown, they're great, dude. Like, they had like really good catering, obviously, but then like we would walk around like the venues, and there's like a person that come in and did chiropractic. Like, it would be like, "You want to get popped?" And we're like,
"Sure, man."
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then like there's another day it'll be like, "You want to get a massage?" And we're like, "Yeah." And the next day, like, "Yeah, we brought in puppies." They're like, "For what?" I don't know.
We were just bored.
Just to play with.
Yeah. Go in there and sit with some puppies, man. It's good for your head. I'm like, what?
What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. So speaking of tour, for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're at a gas station for a rest stop. You're going in. What is your snack of choice?
Don't ask me that question. I can't even think of. Oh man. So I don't eat junk food all that much. If I'm probably gonna get a body armor drink, and or a like one of those protein drinks. Like, that's what I was getting those a lot.
Hell yeah.
and this is gonna get like no, I'm not gonna say that. It's too much information. I'm not gonna do that. But no, so yeah, body armor or one of those protein, and then I'll get some sunflower seeds, man. You know, I'm chilling with some sunflower
Yeah.
seeds.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not because while on tour,
Oh.
like apparently peanuts
fuck
are
with your
not
throat.
good for you to throat. Like for not good
Yeah.
for your throat.
The
I didn't know that.
nuts
I mean,
are
it's
so
salty.
good for you. Like nuts and seeds are so good for you, but apparently they all like fuck with your throat, is what I've heard.
Yeah, and I
That's
found
awful.
out the hard way because when we were at band practice one day, I ate like some almonds and some trail mix, and then immediately went to practice.
Mhm.
And I was singing, and I could not hit certain notes because all the while these nuts are like messing with my vocal cords, and I was literally my voice was shredded for a week and a half.
God damn.
Holy shit!
It was like the week before we did Memphis in May.
That's
Like
wild.
Oh my
I
God.
couldn't talk like at all. It sounded like I had strep throat.
That's awful.
Yeah, I know. So maybe not the sunflower seed. I
Yeah,
can't think
no.
of what I'll snack on.
Yeah, I've cut down on my seed intake because I got really sick and then my voice got all fucked up. Granted, I don't sing, but it fucked me up too. I don't even I don't fuck with that shit anymore. I stay away.
Like you'll sit there and you'll tell you.
Exactly. Yeah. I was doing interviews. I went back and watched them. I was like, God damn, I sound like a robot. Who let me do that shit?
Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I had no clue. Because what it is like when you chew the nuts, like apparently like they're so fine or they get wrapped around or like they go on your vocal cords
Mhm.
and like they just
Fuck it up.
cause friction. And it's just like, yeah, you never would have thought.
I had
That's
no idea.
crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't sing, but I've never had that experience, Shane. I've never.
You don't want it.
And I fucking love like cashews and then fucking almonds and shit.
Yeah.
So that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Shit's awesome.
If I was to get a snack, it'd probably be like it'd probably be something like from the fruit bar or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oof.
Yeah.
You a hot dog person? Gas station hot dog?
It depends. I always get them, but then like anytime I get them, they're not what I thought they would be.
I mean,
And I end up like taking like 2-3 bites and I throw it away. And I'm like, dang it, dude! I thought it'd be different.
yeah. Have you had the hot burger yet? Don't do it.
The hot dog burger.
I
Mhm.
hate that you knew what that was.
Yeah, yeah. No, because I like while we were on tour, like I was looking at that thing. I was like, I wonder if it's good. But then I get
It's
the hot dog, take a bite, and I'll be like, yeah, this sucks, and I throw
Yeah.
it away. And I get the little Tostito thingy. I'm like,
Oh,
yo, this has got to be good. It's got like buffalo in it,
It's gotta
buffalo
be.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I eat it, and I'm like, I get 2 bites in, I'm like, I don't want this, and I do it every freaking time. But now I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not falling for it.
Yeah,
No.
you're done. You're cutting them off.
Yeah, I'm done.
That's fucking it.
I was getting a lot of sandwiches at the gas station though, like those little pre-made, like the
Yeah, those are good.
like the chicken
cold
salad ones
ones.
and the tuna ones. Those are good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not the
Paolo
tuna in
messed
the
around and
fucking
got some
shared
freaking-
car. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah, I know. Like Paolo messed around and got some boiled eggs. I was like, why would you do this to me? Yeah.
Okay, so that entire fucking van is fucked up. You
Yeah,
can't
no,
do
it
shit
was
with
terrible.
that.
No, it was horrible. And we had a no pooping on the van rule.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say was too much information. That's why I was getting the protein shakes is because like the first 2 days of this tour,
Mhm.
I messed up because we were in a rush. So the day before I got McDonald's, which I never eat McDonald's.
Mhm.
But then that same day, like on the way to the studio, I got McDonald's. And on the way back, I went to go get some food and I got McDonald's. And then we were leaving for tour. And then we were on the way to the studio. I got freaking McDonald's. And then we left to go on tour. And when we got to like Arkansas, we made a stop and I got McDonald's again. And then the next day we woke up, we're like, what do we get for breakfast? And let me mind you, at this point, my stomach's screwed. And my dumb self was like, let's get Popeyes. And we got Popeyes for breakfast. And I
Didn't even know that was a thing.
I could not get anything out. Like my stomach felt like there was cement inside and I couldn't push. And I felt like a pregnant woman that was like had to have a C-section and I was just dying. So like I just couldn't go. And I got some Sprite because my grandma always told me drink some Sprite, baby.
It's
It
fucking,
helps.
yeah,
It didn't
ginger ale
help.
spray.
Because
Yeah.
all it did was freaking bubble in my stomach, made me gassy, but then I was afraid to gas because I was afraid something else might come out. So I was stuck for like 4 days, I felt like Yoshi with an egg in my butt. Like I just couldn't get it out.
Craziest fucking sentence ever.
Like I couldn't get it out. I couldn't. So I was getting I say all that to say I was getting the protein because the protein like helps.
Yeah, protein, fiber. Yeah, definitely.
That was
stock
wild.
up on fiber. That was
I can't believe you went from that's too much information to just telling us all of it. You just went,
Dude,
went for it.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't matter. I got nothing to hide. You know, I don't care.
I fucking
People want to
That's
listen to this and be like, you know, I feel really connected with this guy.
Exactly.
Because I don't care.
That's great.
Like I'm gonna be myself 99.9% of the time.
That's great.
Hell
I can
yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, 1% was me trying to save you that story, but
Exactly, but
It didn't
it's
work.
still
It's all
fucking
good.
broke free.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. Okay.
Crawfish with a sweet tea. I'm from the
Hell
South, baby.
Nice.
Sounds fucking scrumptious. I've never had crawfish before, but
All right,
it
well, I'll be
always looks
talking to y'all
good.
later. I'm
Oh
about to end this
shit!
call. Yep,
Fuck. God damn it.
do better.
I'm sorry.
better.
I'll next time I go to the South, if I ever go back to the South, I will do that. I'll get
Yeah.
crawfish.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Okay, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
I would
fucking
prefer-
sorry.
Look, I would prefer crawfish over lobster, over
don't like
crab, over
Mhm.
shrimp,
Mhm.
over any other shellfish. Give me
Mhm.
some crawfish.
Mhm.
I need that high blood pressure. Give me that sodium.
Mhm.
I'm taking them down.
I have really bad news for you. I don't like shellfish. So like if it's anything like those, I'm just gonna
So,
move
what
on to
were
the
you
next
saying,
question.
And I'm vegan.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not winning here. Yeah, damn. I'm gonna move on to the next question before I offend you again. If you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Only a week?
Only a week.
That's not right.
Mhm.
Because if I was going to live in any fictional world, it would be definitely the Naruto universe. So I'd probably do that.
Mhm.
Still, yeah, I'm an anime nerd, so it's probably that.
Mhm.
Sounds good. So I've done of asking the last question. Every single person that we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Awesome color.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's a very good color.
Yeah. Purple is I don't know what it means now, but back in the day, purple first off is a lit color.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But back in the day, after like looking at purple and all that stuff, because I'm weird like that, but it used to be or still is the color of royalty. And I mean,
Yes.
come on, baby.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
a king, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
Look,
hell yeah.
It's only fitting.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love that shit. I love it.
So as I said, that's all the questions you have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Shout out to our manager Steve. I'm always gonna give him a shout out.
He's in the call. Shout out Steve.
Ciao, Steve.
Yeah, shout out to Steve. Shout out to our producer Dave Cow. Those are the peeps. Those are the things I want to plug.
All right. Well, thank you for now. It's been Cullen from Sleep Theory, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.